Facts Verse presents. Turns out all blue-eyed people have a very weird thing in common that few realize. There are plenty of DNA tests and sites today that can help you trace your heritage. Millions of people every year buy these DNA tests online, swab their cheek, and wait anxiously for those results to come in. These tests can tell you a lot about yourself and where you came from. The only problem is that these tests they can only take you just so far back. Even though your heritage goes back maybe millions of years, it's impossible to trace your lineage to the very beginning. That's one of life's great mysteries. People can tell you all the time that you look just like your mother or you really resemble your great-aunt, but you don't really know where they got their traits. Because you can only research your heritage just so far back, it could be almost impossible to find the origin of your height, the texture of your hair, or the color of your eyes. While most of these things can be mysterious, scientists claim to have uncovered the answer to at least one of these mysteries. Researchers believe that blue eyes can be originated from one single individual. More specifically, they think the person was European and lived between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago. Up until that point, it's believed the world's population was made up of all brown-eyed people. It wasn't until a gene called OCA2 began to cause changes in the amount of pigment produced in the body. This pigmentation started out with different shades of brown eyes, and over time, eye color changed completely. People had brown eyes, then green eyes, hazel eyes, and gray eyes. Still, this didn't explain blue eyes. The new colors were different and lighter forms of brown, but where did the blue eyes come from? Blue isn't exactly a variation of brown. Well, how blue eyes came to be stumped scientists for centuries. They knew that there was something strange going on, but they didn't have enough to go on to figure it out. Finally, in 2006, they finally got the breakthrough they were waiting for. A group of researchers was examining the well-preserved remains of a Stone Age man that was discovered in Spain, and it was then that they discovered the HERC2 gene. Once the gene was detected, they decided to run a few more tests to uncover more information. The tests revealed the presence of dark-skinned genes from Africa and genes that are present today in the Scandinavian population. It was this unique mixture where the scientists believe that the first blue-eyed mutation occurred. One of the scientists working on the project was Dr. Carles Lalueza-Fox from the Institute of Evolutionary Biology in Barcelona. He says that this Stone Age man is the oldest known occurrence of the gene. He may be the first blue-eyed person in history and could be an ancestor of all blue-eyed people. Turns out all blue-eyed people have a very weird thing in common. They're all related. Blue-eyed people aren't all directly related, of course, but their ancestry does go back to one person who had the first set of blue eyes. Back then, blue eyes was basically a mutation. Today, blue eyes are something that's considered unique and gorgeous, but it's still very common. People love blue eyes so much that many people will wear colored contacts in order to give them blue eyes. Well, this new information makes people wonder what it all means. If you're one of the millions of people in the world that does have blue eyes, does it mean that the people you meet who also have blue eyes are actually your relatives? These scientists say that everybody with blue eyes is related in some way. Just because this new research shows that all blue-eyed people might be distantly related, it doesn't mean that blue-eyed couples shouldn't date, marry, and have children. The ancestors they have in common go so far back that you'd share no genetic material with them at all. With all blue-eyed people likely coming from the same ancestor, it does mean that all blue-eyed people are distantly related. Very distantly related. I mean, after all, humankind started out with only two people, right? Adam and Eve? So does this mean that every human on Earth is related? Well, no. This find is just one of many. Researchers are working every day to get to the bottom of some of the world's biggest mysteries. It could be thousands of years before we're able to answer every question the scientific community ever has. But this doesn't stop scientists from working toward the next breakthrough. Who knows where science is going to take us next? It could be something completely out of the blue. And subscribe for more.